friends, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am showing you how to make some Gothic, dark, Halloweeny sort of Christmas decorations. I really liked how these turned out. They were super fun to make, super affordable, and a lot of the stuff I already had in my craft collection, so it's very affordable. It's coming up to Christmas. I can't believe it's Christmas already. I'm so excited for Christmas. I tried to do research on some more Gothic decorations and I struggled with finding some. Yeah, I wanted to make my own and show you how I did it. And so yeah, I will stop rambling and I will now show you how I made them. Okay, so these are the materials I'm starting off with. A lot of this stuff I got from Spotlight. I also got a couple of things from Kmart. So I'm starting off with these little bats. I got this instruction sheet off the Spotlight website. I'll have it linked down below in case you're interested. And I'm just cutting them out and I'm going to trace these onto the black cardstock. So now I'm just tracing the wings and the body template thing onto some black cardstock. This cardstock was from Spotlight. I was actually surprised how hard it is to find cardstock where I am, so yeah, I had to buy this pack from Spotlight. And then I'm just cutting them out. And then I tried to fold the body how they did in the instructions, but it was just not folding right, and yeah, it didn't seem big enough and I just couldn't do it. So if you're like an origami master, you might be fine with this, but I was struggling way too much. It was just flimsy and horrible. So you'll see in a minute, I actually ended up using some toilet rolls and it just worked so much better. So I just folded the tops of the toilet roll into each other. And then I tried using double-sided tape to stick it down, but it just wasn't holding. So I do end up using hot glue. So I'm just using some hot glue to just stick it down, and then I'm filling in the gaps as well so that later on when I paint it, I can just paint over the glue and there's not as many gaps. So that's what it's looking like, all glued down. Now I'm just using some matte black paint. This is the Deco Art one and I always use these paints. I'm using an old makeup brush because I'm running out of good like paintbrushes, so yeah, I'm reusing some old cheap makeup brushes, which actually worked pretty well. And the toilet rolls did sort of soak in the paint, so you do have to put a fair bit of paint on there, and it also dries really fast. So now I'm figuring out how to attach the wings. I did end up cutting them and then folding the edge just because otherwise they looked way too small behind the toilet roll. And I'm just using some hot glue again to stick these on. Be careful with the glue. I burnt myself a couple of times and it's not fun, so just make sure you're being careful with it. Next I'm using some of this cord from Kmart. I'm using the black one just to sort of blend it in with the black bats. And I make it so difficult tying these knots. I don't know why I was doing it this way. There's so many other easier ways that you can do it. So just experiment with it. Just tie it however you want to tie it. But yeah, it took me a while. And I'm basically just gluing them on top of the bats. So these are what they are both looking like. So next up is probably the most simple one out of this whole video. I am basically using a clear bauble. Also, yes, I was on FaceTime with my sister and I didn't realize my phone was in shot, so just ignore that. But yeah, basically I'm just drawing some upside down crosses on the bauble. And that's what it's looking like. But you could draw anything. You could do coffins, you could do spirals, basically anything. Then I'm using this black lace that I got from Spotlight, and I just tied it in a bow, and I'm just sticking it on top of the bauble. And I think it looks super cute on my tree with the lights behind it. I just love it so much, and it was so easy. So now I'm using a sparkly bauble, and I'm just doing some hot glue sort of like drips down the top of the bauble. You can do this as messy or as like clean as you want. So this is what the drips are looking like when it's dried. And so you could leave it how it was, but I wanted to paint mine. So I'm painting mine matte black. I did see someone else do something like this, and they painted the drips red to sort of make it look like blood, but I'm not really into like the whole gory sort of thing. So yeah, just like the red and the blood wouldn't really suit my house. But if that's your kind of vibe, then you could paint it red, you could paint it green, you could paint it any color you want. I just did black because it just suits me, and I think it looked really cool. The first coat will look a bit not like a little bit transparent and a little bit rough, so I did go in with a couple of coats once it was dry. So now for the tree topper. I bought this sparkly star from Kmart, but Spotlight and pretty much anywhere sells these. And I'm not a huge fan of the glitter. The glitter literally went everywhere. I was covered in it. But basically I'm going to wrap it in this jute string that I think I got from Officeworks. I package all my art in this jute string, so I have so much of it. And I'm basically just going to hot glue a little dot and then add the string on top of it and just wrap it around the star, trying to cover all the glitter. I basically wanted this star to look like something like you'd find in like the middle of a forest or something. I was trying to get that vibe with it, so I'm not being too neat with it, but also just trying to cover it as well as I can. So I did end up putting plastic gloves on because I was getting like rope burn from the string trying to like tie it. So if you're using this kind of like recycled tough sort of jute string, I would recommend wearing gloves or just something to protect your fingers. But basically when all the corners are done, I'm just wrapping it around. Yeah, there's no real pattern or anything to this. I'm just wrapping it around, trying to work out which direction I can go to cover the glitter. And then I'm just looping it around the string a couple of times, tying it, and then hot gluing the back just to make sure it's all stuck down and it's not going to come loose. And this is what it's looking like. I think it suits my black tree and my whole house decor vibe so much. I absolutely love it. So now I've got these, I think they're called cardstock stickers, and also these coasters from Kmart. I actually use these coasters to do acrylic pouring on, and then I seal them with resin. But I had some left over, and I got these stickers off catch.com. They're Halloween stickers, but I really love like the witchy sort of ones, like the cauldron. There was a little sticker that said, "I'm here for the booze." If you got it, haunted, just stuff like that, and I thought it was really cute. So I like the messy sort of collage kind of look, but you don't have to do that. You can make it really neat if you want. But I basically just chose which ones I thought looked well together, stuck them down, and then used my knife to just trim around the edges. I like this decoration because it's super easy, super affordable. These coasters are so cheap from Kmart and you can get packs of them. And you could use any stickers you want, like literally anything. You could use Christmas stickers, fairies, unicorns, like it doesn't have to be the Halloween ones. But I just like the witchy sort of spooky ones. And then I'm using Mod Podge. I feel like I said that weird. Mod Podge. And this is the matte one, and I'm just putting it all over the coaster, trying to not get any air bubbles and just smoothing it out so it's just all flat and getting into the crevices of the stickers. And this will just make sure the stickers don't peel up and it'll just last so much longer. Then I'm using this thin white ribbon and I'm tying a little bow. Again, I make it look so difficult, but just tie a bow, it's not that hard. And then I'm just hot gluing it onto the front at the top of the coaster. And then I'm just tying some more string like before, again doing it the most difficult way possible, but anyways. And then I'm just gluing that down to the back of it. You can also drill a hole through the coaster if you want and then thread the string through, but I don't have a drill and I just wanted it to sit flat on the tree, so sticking the string onto the back was good enough for me. But I don't know how long that's going to last, how long the glue is going to hold it there for, so you can drill it if you want, I just chose not to. I got these little mushrooms from Spotlight. And you basically just, it came in like a bouquet sort of thing, and then I just twisted it and pulled it off the wire, and then trimming the wire so it's not sharp at the bottom. Then I'm tying some string and just going to stick it on top of the little mushrooms. And I feel like this just adds a little bit more like color to my tree and just some small, more like delicate kind of decorations. And here's me in front of my tree. I love it. Okay, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the decorations that I made. If you take any inspiration from this video or do any of the ornaments that I made, post them on Instagram, tag me. My Instagram will be on the screen here and all my social medias will be in the description below. I'd love to see what you create. If you've made any sort of decorations this year, let me know, I'd love to see them. Yeah, let me know what kind of style you're going for this Christmas. I find everyone's styles so unique and it's so interesting to hear. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, like, comment down below, and I will see you all next week with another video. Bye! I'm kinda lonely on this Wednesday night.